Happy new moon in the sign of Gemini. As you can see, I'm really excited. So today we are going to take a look at the new moon which is happening in the sign of Gemini on the 18th of June, and we'll do a pile selection together. But like, I love new moons because what it signifies is that a journey of about 6 months is also starting. New moons are the time when a new journey, a new phase of our life starts, not charts, because we have all the 12 signs in our zodiac wheel. Maybe I'll pop up a picture of that on the screen somewhere around here so that you can take a look. But that's what the zodiac wheel looks like, and we have all the 12 signs in our zodiac wheels. It's just in different placements, in different places or different areas of our charts based on the basis of the time that we are born at. So someone with a Virgo rising will have a different placement for the first house, as opposed to someone with a Sagittarius rising will have a Sagittarius first house, and accordingly the signs around the wheel will also change. So wherever this new moon is happening in your chart, it means that there is a new start, there is a new beginning, or there's this new chapter which is starting in that particular area of your chart. Now obviously we cannot go case by case since this is a pick a card reading, so we'll be doing 3 piles as always, and we'll be looking at the 3 areas of the chart basically. So on the basis of the energy which comes up, we'll take a look at which area of your chart is getting activated. Okay, so let's pick 3 piles together. So let's see. New moon and the sign of Gemini. Pile 1 for new moon in Gemini. Pile 1 for new moon in Gemini. Pile 2 for new moon in Gemini. Oh, okay, this one. And pile 3 for new moon in Gemini. I'll also be popping crystals and flipping the cards over, so in case you just want to make your selection on the basis of the back of the cards, you can pause the video here, take as long as you need, and as always the timestamp for your reading will be given in the description below. So let's pop the crystals now. So for group 1 we have Angelite. This is what your crystal looks like. For group 2, we have a cherry quartz. And this is what your crystal looks like. It has like these cherry-like dots on the surface. I'm not sure if the camera is picking it up, but that's why it's called a cherry quartz. And for group 3, we have a green amethyst. So again, if you would like to make the selection on the basis of the back of the cards and the crystals, then you can pause the video here, because now we'll be turning the cards over. Okay, so for group 1, we have expectations. Don't seek anyone's approval. For group 2, we have gray. Endings are inevitable. And for group 3, we have confidence. It comes with time and patience. Okay, so take as long as you need. Remember that you're always spiritually guided. We are all intuitive in nature. So whichever card or whichever pile you're being drawn to, that is the right card for you. That is the right pile for you. And another thing which you can do is also look at the timestamps, because sometimes they will contain the angel numbers, which we might be seeing a lot. Or you can also go to each reading and listen to the beginning of for maybe a minute or two, and see if that starts resonating with you, if that makes sense to you. And you'll know when it resonates, because that's a different feeling than just making sense. It resonates with you. It's like a vibration which is going on in your body. Anyway, so you know the drill. So, and of course I have to add this here, that remember that these are generalized readings, these are group readings, these are mass readings, so these are collective readings in a way, but just 3 different piles. So take what resonates and leave the rest, because it's a collective energy, so a lot of different energies will be coming together as well. So you might find one pile is resonating with you, but then some of the messages are not resonating with you, and that's totally fine, because it means that that message is not for you, but the rest of the messages are. And similarly, you might also find that you're being drawn to 2 or 3 piles, or maybe all the piles. In that case, maybe it just means that you have different messages from different piles. Okay, I've been rambling for too long, so let's start. Hello group 1, welcome to the pile preparation process of your reading. Let us quickly pick your cards. Okay, so we have the top tarot, and with this we'll be taking a look at which chart of which area of your chart is being activated. And obviously, if you would like to head on to your reading, the timestamp for that will be given in the description. I know I repeat this in almost every reading, but I just feel like I need to anyway. So let's see which area of your chart is being activated, which area of your chart is being activated with this full moon, with this new moon in the sign of Gemini. Which area of your chart is being activated? Which area of your chart is being activated with the new moon in Gemini? This card. Okay, so what this new journey looks like, what this new journey looks like. Wow. Okay, what this new journey looks like. And we have 3 for what this new journey looks like. And what dreams are you being encouraged to dream? What dreams are you being encouraged to dream? What dream is pile 1 being encouraged to dream at this particular time? What dream is pile 1 being encouraged to dream at this particular time? Okay, so we have all your tarot cards, so we'll keep it right here. Okay, and now let's pick your oracle cards together. Message from the new moon, guidance from the new moon, guidance from the new moon, guidance from the new moon for group 1, guidance from the new moon for group 1, guidance from the new moon for group 1, guidance for group 1, guidance from the new moon for group 1, guidance from the new moon for group 1, guidance from the new moon for group 1, and guidance from the new moon, guidance from the new moon for group 1. Guidance from the new moon for group 1. And this one. Guidance from the new moon for group 1. Guidance from the new moon for... Oh. So we have 3 cards. 2 cards. Alright. The new journey that you are starting, the new journey that you are starting, the new journey that the new journey that group 1 is starting, the new journey that group 1 is starting at this particular time. Yeah, 1 card for that. Guidance for group 1, guidance for group 1, guidance for group 1 from the new moon, guidance from the new moon for group 1. 3. Okay, so we have all your cards. I think so. Okay, so we have all your cards selected, so we'll put your oracle cards aside and let's begin your reading. Hello group 1, welcome to your reading. So you have the card of expectations. Don't seek anyone's approval, and the number is 12, so it makes it 3. I'm just taking a note of that because we'll be taking a look at which area of your chart is being activated at this particular time. You have the Magus. So it reminds me of the first house, obviously, and it has the number 1. But we'll take a closer look at that. You have Virtue. So now the 3. You have Oppression, 10th house. Okay. Okay, so what I'm feeling with these three cards, and obviously the three that we got here, is that it's for a lot of you, it's your first house, your third house, and your 10th house is being activated at this particular time. So the first house is the house of the self. This is the house of your ego, how you look at yourself, your own self-image, how you hold yourself, how you present yourself, or what's everyone's first impression of you, or how do you see the world. These are the lenses which you wear as well. We always hear that the first house is the rising sign is the mask that we wear, but the mask that we wear also taints how we view the world. So it's your impression of the world, and it's also how you look at yourself. Okay, so that is the first house. Then you have the third house, and this is the house of siblings, of communication, of short distance travel and such. Then you have the 10th house, the house of career, the house of public image, how you are in the public, how you like to present yourself to the public. And this is about you, how you like to present yourself. And the first house is more about how the world sees you. So there is this difference, and how you see yourself, right? Because that's the lens that we are wearing. First house, third house, the 10th house. Then we also have the 12 years, so the 12th house. And the 12th house is the house of the subconscious. It is the house of our mind. It's the house that is hidden, and that is not usually perceived, or that is not usually that seen, or it is not seen by everyone. It's what is hidden, what is under. And these are the things, these are the part of our life which we are not aware of. Okay, so it's like it's our psyche, it's our subconscious. So that, and let's get the rest of your cards out, and then we can talk about it. So what this new journey looks like, you have the world. So something is ending. You have the 8 of swords, makes sense, and you have the 2 of coins. Okay, so with this, what I'm getting is that there is a change which is coming, and in how you view yourself. A journey is ending, obviously, with the new moon. Like, a journey has ended, and now you're starting this new journey. Now you're about to start this new journey where you see yourself as someone who is different than how you used to see yourself. You're stepping more into your power with the makers here. You are believing in your own capabilities. You're believing in your own capacities. Okay, and that's why you have the world here, because I feel like before you used to perceive yourself in a very different way, but now with this new moon, what's happening is that your perception of yourself is changing. So there's a lot of journey which is happening. Like, I can see there's a focus on your 10th house, and there's also a change that is happening on how you communicate, how you present yourself to the world, which is what I was saying. But a lot of it is because you are seeing yourself as someone who is very different. There's a lot of work which is happening on yourself, and you are coming more into your own belief about yourself. You're believing more in your capabilities, and you're believing more in your powers. You are no longer letting others define you, and now it's almost like your confidence is getting a boost up. And where before you were under this 8 of swords, and you can see like this girl here, or this person here, is hiding under what looks like the skin of another animal. So there is a bit of pretension which was happening, and I don't mean it in a bad way, but it was more like you were trying to dim your own wildness. You were trying to show yourself as a more meeker person, as a meek person, or like as someone who is a lot more softer, or you just had to go through this phase where you had to present yourself as a soft person, even though there is a wildness about you. There is a wildness about you, and there is this magician quality about you. So it makes perfect sense right now. Like, your psyche is getting that transformation, your psyche is getting that shift, your mindset is shifting at this particular time. And with the 12 years, because it's the house which talks about our subconscious, and it can also tell about our inner narratives, how we speak to ourselves. And especially with the first house here, with the Magus card here, what's happening is that your psyche is shifting, and how you're viewing yourself is shifting, and you are stepping out. You're stepping out from wearing this mask. You're stepping out from being this person who is always maybe adjusting, who is always compromising, who was taking a lot more burden, or who was doing a lot of work, but then they were never taking credit, or they were dimming their own light. But now what's happening is that you're stepping more into your own power. You're communicating more, you're communicating with power, you're communicating with clarity, with the sun and Aries here. You know what I'm also getting is that a lot of you might actually be fire signs. So there is this tendency of people people pleasing, that we need to please others, that we cannot hurt others. But it's not so much about pleasing, it's more about we cannot hurt others, we don't want to disappoint others, we want them to like us. But at the same time, when we are doing that, when we are dimming our own light and being the person who we are not, but in order so that others don't feel any sort of discomfort, we are dimming our own light and we are making ourselves smaller than we are, but we are not, right? So right now, with this new moon in the sign of Gemini, you're stepping out of this cave and you're moving more towards the light. So you're moving out of your own shadow. Okay, so that's a great energy. I mean, it's not going to be easy when the cards don't lie. It's not going to be easy, but at the same time, this is the new journey which is starting for you. There's a lot of self-work, there's a lot of inner work which is happening, but it's so that you can put this work out into the world. Because this is the card of Saturn in the sign of Sagittarius, and Saturn likes putting imposing rules, and Sagittarius doesn't like that at all, right? Like Saturn, the ruler of the sign of Sagittarius is Jupiter, which is the planet of expansion, and Saturn is the planet of constriction, and so it does not like that at all. So this is what you're shedding with this new moon. This is a new journey which is starting. So you're stepping out of this constriction, you're breaking free of the constriction, you're breaking free of what you think you need to hold on to, and you're coming out into the open. You're becoming free. This journey is ending. Okay, and what dreams of yours are being encouraged to? What dreams are you? Sorry, I was just reading from my list. So it says, what dreams are you being encouraged to dream at this particular time? So this new moon is happening with moon in the sign of Gemini, and it is squaring the planet Neptune, which is about dreams. It's about the psyche. It's about what is unreal. So that's why we're taking a look at what dreams are you being prompted to dream at this particular time. So you have the King of Swords. Wow. Clarity. You have Two of Cups. Oh, love that. And you have the Two of Swords. Okay. So with the two of Swords, with the Two of Cups and the King of Swords, what I'm getting is that maybe a lot of you don't express yourself as you would like to express yourself. You're not very clear about with your self-expression. You don't express your thoughts. You don't express your feelings a lot. It is very much under the wraps. It's very much under the surface. And what dream you're being encouraged to dream, what lesson you're being encouraged to learn with this particular new moon is that you're being asked to dream that you are becoming this clear communicator, that you can communicate how you're feeling, what you're feeling at the right time, at the right moment, and in the right way, because you don't want to be muddled up in emotion, like become this emotional mess and then say, oh, you did this, you did that, you wronged me in this way. Instead, you want clarity there. You want to communicate your feelings, you want to communicate your thoughts and feelings and emotions with clarity, and you're being asked to dream that dream. And at the same time, you're also being asked to dream about becoming a very successful, a great strategizer, someone who is great with strategy. And you're being asked to plan something. You're being asked to plan maybe the roadmap, plan out your next goal that you have, the next big goal that you have, which is very close to your heart, and there's a bit of indecision which is there. So this is the dream which you're being asked to dream at this particular time. Okay, so let us take a look at your tea leaves. So you have the box, you will receive a gift, love that. You have bread, period of prosperity and abundance. You have arrow, you are on the right path regarding some aspect of your life. We love that. And you have February. So you have a month, you have February. So something which you are working on, some of your dream will actually be realized. Like whatever this thing is. Oh my god, I just realized something. This new moon is happening in the sign of Gemini, and then the full moon in the sign of Gemini will happen in the month of March or maybe even February. So there is this February, March which is coming to the forefront, so that whatever journey you're starting at this particular time, whatever your intentions are, you're really being asked to make some solid intentions, make those solid intentions, make a list of your intentions, what you intend to do, where do you want clarity in your life, where do you want more strategy in your life, where do you want to express yourself clearer. You're being asked to strategize that. Maybe for some of you it's your career field, maybe for some of you it's your home field, because the house which is opposite to the 10th 10th house is the 4th house, and maybe it is in communication with your surroundings, it's communication with your communication around your home, maybe with your siblings, or maybe in your neighborhood or your neighbors, or whatever is surrounding you. Maybe it's even your spouse, right? So wherever there, like wherever you want to become a clear communicator, wherever you want to deepen your communication with, you're being asked to make some solid intentions. Maybe it might make that list of intentions on this new moon happening in the sign of Gemini on the 18th of June. Okay, with the box, what I'm seeing is that when you're doing that in the month of February, what is happening is that a treasure is opening within you. You're stepping, like, first of all, this energy is changing. This energy where you have to dim your own light and hide yourself in your own shadow. This is changing, and you're stepping out of your own shadow. You're stepping more into your light, into your own power. Okay, and what's happening as a result of that is that this box of possibilities, this box of opportunities is opening. And now this will look different to different people, but there is some opportunity, there is some gift, there is some bonus which is coming your way in the month of February or March, because I'm thinking about the Pisces period. So the Pisces period will start, let's say, it will start maybe on the 19th of February or the 20th of February, and it will go on till the 21st of March. So during that period, there is some gift that you will receive. There is an opportunity, there is an offer which you're receiving, and there is something, there are some skills, there are some gifts which is being locked, which is just out of your reach at this particular time. But that box is opening in the month of February. Okay, because you're stepping out of this energy, you're stepping out of your own shadows, and what happens is that it's like you're going out and suddenly you realize, there is something here. Okay, I wonder what this is. So you pick this up, it looks like a stone or something, and then maybe you wash it off, and then it looks like a box, and then you open the box and you see it's full of treasures or something like that. That's the feeling which I'm getting. Okay, period of prosperity and abundance is coming, and I feel like you're already in a period of prosperity and abundance already coming here, because you have the 10th house card here. So there is a lot of prosperity, there is a lot of maybe opportunities which is coming your way, because there's this 10th house and with this bread card, and spirit is assuring you, the new moon is assuring you that you are on the right path regarding some aspect of your life. But I feel like you are on the right path, like whatever you are perceiving, whatever your intentions are towards, you are on the right path. Okay, let's see what else you have diligence. So you need to continue doing whatever that you are doing. I feel like for a lot of you have already started making these changes. You have already started stepping out of your own shadow. You have already started pruning your fields. You have already started making some deep change in your life. Okay, like the process is not complete yet, but the journey has started for you, or it's starting very soon for you, because these are generalized readings, as I said, right? But you need to keep at it. It's not something which will be done overnight. It is something which is under the works over a period of time, and obviously it will take some time for you to change decades of programming because this is something, I feel like this shadow, this burden is something which you're carrying from your childhood. This is some of your childhood trauma, something where you couldn't express yourself properly, you couldn't express your thoughts and feelings, and you are very considerate. You always think about others around you before you express your own needs. But what spirit is telling you is that with this new moon happening in the sign of Gemini, you need to express yourself more. You need to become more expressive, and you need to express your own feelings, your own emotions, but do that with clarity. You don't want to become an emotional mess. You don't want to become an emotional communicate with a jumble of emotions, and keep at it. It's going to take some time because, as I said, like it's something which you're bringing from your childhood, so it will take some time. But if you continue this over the next 6 months, then what happens is that it solidifies, it becomes solid, and it becomes a set routine, it becomes a set rule for you. And I just realized that I said the opposite of Gemini is Pisces, like, which is so not the case. The opposite sign to Gemini is the sign Sagittarius. I have no idea why I said that, but I think Pisces is an energy which is very important for you, or maybe around the February, March of the next year, something significant is changing in your life, something significant, very significant is happening in your life, some treasure, some opportunities appearing in your life. But for that to come into your life, you have to start this work at this particular time. Okay, you also have the Armadillo spirit, set healthy boundaries. Yes. and you again have the number 3, you see. So the third house is the house of communication, it's the house of siblings, the house of neighborhood, it's the house of short distance travel. So maybe you're also doing a lot of traveling, you're doing a lot of commuting for your work, and a lot of traveling maybe for your work or something like that. And you're building knowledge, you're also gaining knowledge. There are some small lessons which are coming up again and again, and you're learning those lessons, that those lessons are being learned, and your communication is improving. You are becoming a more skillful communicator, and you're communicating more. Okay, then you have hawk spirit. Let spirit be your guide. Okay, so with the hawk spirit, what your spirit guides are telling you is that what this new moon is telling you is that spirit is actually sending you a lot of signs and synchronicities. So maybe you have been noticing a number like very repeatedly. It could be fives, it could be ones, and maybe it could even be a name, it could be a symbol which you are seeing again and again, or maybe whenever you turn the radio on. I mean, do people even turn the radio on nowadays? I have no idea. But if you turn the radio on, you are always listening to this one song. This one song always keeps coming up again and again and again. Or maybe you go to restaurants and then almost everyone is playing this one song. So there is this synchronicity which is happening around you, and your spirit guides are telling you to pay special heed, pay special attention to the signs and synchronicities that are happening around you. And the 3 and 2, if you add them up, it becomes a 5. So also fifth house, and it talks about your passions, what you're really passionate about. And opposite to the fifth house, we have the 11th house. So it talks about your dreams and your desires. What are your dreams, and what are your desires, and what are you doing to achieve them? But also with this hawk spirit, what I'm getting is that your spirit guides are sending you a lot of signs and symbols. A lot of synchronicities are happening around you regarding something which you need to do. Maybe you had asked them for some sort of guidance and you felt like they never answered, but what your spirit guides are telling you is that they have been answering. They have been giving you the answer, and maybe you didn't notice it enough, but it can look like, as I said, angel numbers around you, and it can even look like names, a particular flower coming across a particular flower again and again, coming across a particular name again and again. So signs and synchronicities. Okay, let spirit be your guide. Your spirit guides are guiding you. Love that. And just saying, since this came up in this reading, the next video which I'll be releasing maybe at the end of this week is going to be about signs and synchronicities. And the reading is like what your spirit guides are trying to tell you with all the signs and synchronicities that they are sending you. So if you'd like to watch that video, be sure to subscribe if you haven't yet, because you don't want to miss that video. Okay, and then you have intuition. So definitely use your intuition. Again, with the hawk spirit, it talks about the same thing. Use your intuition. Your spirit guides are sending you a lot of signs and synchronicities, and use your intuition, because the answer that you have been seeking, the guidance that you have been seeking, that guidance is coming to you. But maybe you are not trusting your own intuition, you're not trusting your own gut instinct. So listen to your intuition. Okay, pay heed to your attention. Music, yes. So there could be a song, a name, something which is being communicated to you through music. Okay, just saying. And maybe if you are coming across this song again and again, and maybe you don't like the song at all, and you're like, why do I always have to listen to this particular song? I hate that everyone is playing this song. So what your spirit guides are telling you is that maybe they are trying to communicate something to you with that particular song. So listen to the lyrics of the song, pay attention to the lyrics of the song, because something important, something very significant might come out of that. Okay, you have 11th house again. Wasn't I just talking about that your community, your dreams and desires? What are your dreams and desires? It's about time that you take attention of your dreams and desires. You make that intention, keeping the dreams and desires in mind, and maybe what you want to give to the community. You also had an Aquarius somewhere around here. Yeah, the Magus is the Mercury. The Magus is the Mercury. Why am I thinking the Aquarius? I saw the Aquarius somewhere. I have no idea where. But anyway, the Aquarius did also come to my mind. So what I'm feeling is that there is something which you want to contribute to the society maybe. So what is it that you want to contribute to the society, and what are your intentions? Write that down. Make a roadmap of it. Okay, you also have the first house again. Yes, arrival. So it's time to work on yourself. This is an added confirmation that it's about time that you work on yourself. It's time that you work on your own self-image, how you present yourself to the world, how you would like to be seen. in the world, how you would like to be seen or treated in the world. There is a special mention of that, of the first house again. And if you add 9 and 3 up, it becomes 12 again. So your psyche is getting a shift. Your psyche, a lot, you might be getting a lot of intuitive downloads, or something might be coming to you in your dreams. So pay special attention to your dreams. Maybe it's a good time to also take note of your dreams and maybe maintain a dream journal. Then you have the 12th house again. Yes. So, well, the message is more than clear. Pay special attention to your intuitive downloads that you're getting at this particular time. Whatever is being sparked within you, it has some significance at this particular time. Okay, so pay special attention to your dreams, your desires, and what your intuition is trying to tell you, and what maybe you are dreaming. Okay, so we're finally going to pull this one card to see what is one wish which is coming for you. So make a wish and let's see which comes up. So you have my voice is heard in the world. Oh my god, owl. So you see there's again this mention of voice. There is this mention of communication. So this is something which you can work upon in this particular time, is that using your voice. Maybe you can also sing some songs. You can hum some tunes if you are not comfortable with singing, or you can use your voice, maybe start a podcast or maybe even a YouTube channel, because we also need to do a lot of talking, and just communicate more. Use your voice more. Sing, listen to yourself speak. If there is no one around you who wants to listen to you speak, maybe you can record your thoughts. So instead of writing them down, when your thoughts are coming to you, when some intuition, the intuitive download is coming to you, instead of waiting to write it down, you make a record of that. You just open your voice recorder, and we all have that app in our phones, FYI. Or you can just use the camera to record what you want to communicate, or that intuitive hit which you're getting, and just use your voice more. Okay, so that, my dear, for pile 1 was your reading. If you enjoyed this reading, if you like this reading, to give this video a like, leave a comment down below and let me know, and subscribe to this channel for more readings like this. Thank you so much for watching this reading. Thank you for giving me this honor to read for you, and thank you for sharing your energy with me. Thank you so much, and I'll see you the next time. Bye. Hello group 2, welcome to the pile preparation process of your reading. If you'd like to head on to your reading, then the timestamp for that will be given in the description below. Okay, so first let's see which area of your chart is being activated with this full moon. Which area of your chart is being activated? Which area of the chart of group 2 is being activated at this particular time? Which area of the chart of group 2 is being activated at this particular time? Which area of the charts of group 2 is being activated at this particular time? Okay, which area of the chart of group 2 is being activated at this particular time? Which area of the chart of group 2 is being activated at this particular time? Okay, we have 3 cards for that. Then let's see what this new journey looks like for group 2. What this new journey looks like for group 2. What this new journey looks like for group 2. What this new journey looks like for group 2. Okay, and what dreams is group 2? What dreams is group 2 being encouraged to dream at this particular time? What dreams are you being encouraged to dream at this particular time? What dreams is group 2 being encouraged to dream at this particular time? Okay, we'll turn this over. So we have all your tarot cards. We'll keep it here. Okay, so let's see. Guidance from the new moon. Guidance from the new moon for group 2. 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 Okay, we have 2 cards. Guidance from the new moon for group 2. Guidance from the new moon for group 2. Guidance from the new moon for group 2. The journey for group 2. Ooh, okay. Focus. Okay. And last but not the least, we'll pick some tea leaves for you. Oh, tea leaves for group 2. You also have this. 2 cards from here. Wow. Okay, so you have 4 cards from here, and we'll see if any wants to come out from this particular deck. For group 2, guidance for group 2 from the new moon. Okay, we'll get this one card. So you have 5 tea leaves. I was only planning on 3, honestly, but 4 came up for the first group. So I was like, okay, let's do 4 for each pile. So now we have 5 for you. Alright, so we have all your oracle cards and we have all your tarot cards ready. So let's dive into your reading. Hello my group 2, welcome to your reading. So you have the card of Grey and it says endings are inevitable. Yes, and you have the cherry quartz. See? Love this pattern. And it's raining out here. I don't know, just wanted to add this to you. Okay, so we are taking first with these 3 cards, we are taking a look at which area of your chart is being activated with this new moon. So you have the 4th house with the 4 of swords. You have the Empress, 3rd house. You also have the 8th house with the swiftness. Okay, with the 8th house I'm also getting the sense of 2nd house for you all, because the 2nd house is the house which is directly opposite the 8th house, and wherever one house is being affected, the opposite house is usually also affected. So for some reason I'm being drawn to the 2nd house as well. So that's your self-worth, that's how you view yourself, especially with this Empress card here, because she's all about nurturing. She's about nurturing, she's about creation, but she's also about nurturing ourselves, the nurture that we give to ourselves and not just to others. Okay, and with the 4th house, this is the house of your home and family. So there could be some changes which are happening in your home and family life. 3rd house, so how you're communicating, but I feel like how you're communicating your own needs and how you're nurturing yourself, how you're communicating with yourself, what your inner dialogue is like. And with the 8th house, there is this change which is coming in the area of your fears, because the 8th house usually talks to me about where we are afraid to be seen. Okay, this is the house that is hidden. This is where some transformation needs to happen. So with that, what I'm getting is what I usually feel about the 8th house is that whenever in the 8th house we have whichever sign we have in the 8th house, or if we have planets in the 8th house, it talks to me about imprisonment, like that particular planet or that particular sign or the qualities of that sign is not able to express itself to the fullest. It's in some sort of hiding, like it's imprisoned, so it has to break free of that prison. Okay, so there is that which is happening, and it makes sense with the endings are inevitable, because 8th house is also a lot about death and regeneration, and death does not just mean physical death. It also talks about the death or the endings that happens in our life on a day-to-day basis. We leave a job, we leave a relationship, we decide to change our hairstyle. Even that's a sort of death of our hair, how it used to be, how we view yourself, how we present ourselves to the world. Okay, but with the Empress, what I'm really getting is that for you, this new phase, for the 4th house, the 8th house, and the 3rd house, and also the 2nd house, that's coming to my mind again and again. And you also have with the 3 and the 7, it adds up to 10. So the 10th house once again, and obviously, like, if the 4th house is there, then the polar opposite of that is the 10th house, and the polar opposites are always linked. And the polar opposite of the 3rd house is the 9th house, which talks about foreign travels. It talks about spirituality, our spiritual, it rules astrology, the realms like astrology and tarot and everything falls under the purview of the 9th house. It also talks about long distance travel, so maybe you are actually planning on going on this new trip, or maybe a new trip is actually coming up for you, this long distance travel, this traveling opportunity. Or maybe you are like, okay, I'm done living this life as I used to, now I'm making some changes in my life, and if I don't find a partner to go with me, what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut that ticket for myself. I'm going to book that ticket for myself, and I'm going to go on the trip by myself. I don't care if I don't get any partners. I'll make my own way in the world. I don't have to depend on anyone. That's the sort of energy which I'm getting. Okay, and you see there is also the ship in the cloud here. So they're getting that theme of traveling. That, so maybe for a lot of you in the next 6 months you are going abroad, or you're going on this long distance travel. Just give me a minute, my cats are fighting, so I have to go break them up. Okay, I'm back. So the next set of cards which I have for you, let's see what they are talking about. So first we're going to take at what this new journey looks like. You have the King of Coins. Love that. So there's a lot of prosperity, there's a lot of abundance which is coming. You are falling into this space where you realize the prosperity that is all around you, and you are actually enjoying this prosperous time. You also have the Queen of Cups, so there's a lot of emotional fulfillment which is happening. Wow, you're with the Empress and the Queen of Cups. What I'm getting is that you're definitely nurturing your own self. You're nurturing yourself. You're giving all the love and you're giving all the nurturing that you need. And it feels like right now what you're doing is that you are putting your own needs in front of others' need. Like where before you were always about catering to others, now you're shining that light within you and you're tending to your own needs, what you need, what you desire, what your desires are. Okay, you also have the Five of Cups. No, because I was just a little stumped because I was pretty sure that this card came in the next slot, but that's fine. If if this is what the tarot gods desired, that's what we need. Okay, so with the Five of Cups, the Five of Cups, I mean, like the Five of Cups talks to me about there needing to be this change in perspective where before we are crying over the spilt milk or what spilt milk or what we have lost. Huh, I just noticed there is this hand which is pulling at her hair, and that is kind of creepy because, well, obviously, you don't want that. Anyway, so what I'm getting here with for you is that, and especially with this, the ending, some endings are inevitable, is that maybe you're stepping out of a toxic pattern. Stepping out of a toxic, it may be a relationship, it could be a job, it could be a situation, a life situation, or where you are at. You're stepping out of this toxic energy from around you, and you are actually stepping into this energy where you're fulfilling your own needs. You're looking and you're seeing all the plenty and all the abundance that is all around you, and you're no longer waiting for others to make you feel like the queen that you are. You are making yourself feel like that queen, which is why I got that image of you just going and being like, okay, I maybe it's time to get a new haircut, and so that it makes sense, right? Because you have really long hair. You don't want people to pull you by your hair. I am cutting off this hair. I'm getting a new look and I'm changing my life, and I'm going on that trip by myself. The trip which I dreamt of, I'm taking myself on that trip instead of waiting for others to make that happen for me. I'm making that happen for myself. So what I can see is that you're definitely stepping out of this toxic life pattern and you're moving into this energy where you are fulfilling your own needs. Your needs are being fulfilled because you're taking care of yourself. You're not depending on anyone else to take care of yourself. You're nurturing yourself. You are giving yourself everything that your heart ever desired, and you're realizing that you have the power to do everything for yourself. Okay, what dreams are you being encouraged to dream? Okay, because this particular new moon is happening in a square to Neptune in the sign of Pisces, and what I got from this is that you're being asked to dream a new dream. It's time for you to dream a new dream, and you have the moon for that. You also have the Three of Coins, and you also have Judgment. Wow. You know what I'm seeing is that there's a lot of growth. The dream that you're being encouraged to dream at this particular time is this new journey, is a new version of yourself where you have all the happiness, where you have a lot of abundance, and you have a lot of love and prosperity and all great things around you. You're being asked to dream that dream where you are actually living the life of your dreams. Instead of trying to fit in, you are creating that life of dreams for yourself, and you're being asked to dream that dream. And with the truce here, with the Four of Swords, with the King of Coins, and with the Moon card here, what I'm getting with these three cards here is that there is some realization. You're coming to terms with a hard truth in your life. You're coming to terms with something in your life that someone or something or a particular situation in your life cannot give you all that you desire, or you were putting too much of pressure on this one relationship or on this one job, and you were expecting too much from that, and you're finally coming to the realization that maybe they cannot fulfill all your dreams, but but that doesn't mean that your dreams won't be fulfilled, because you are realizing, you're coming into this energy where you are realizing that you have the power to fulfill all your dreams. You have the capabilities, you have the prosperity, you have the abundance, and you have that strength to fulfill all your dreams. It's, instead of waiting for like that prince or that knight or maybe even a princess to come and take you on this journey, take you on this ride where they're showing this world to you, you are like, okay, I'm stepping out of this energy, I'm moving out, I'm moving on into this new phase. I'm moving out into this new phase where I am realizing my own dreams, and I know that I can attract all the things which I desire in my life because I deserve them. I deserve them, and you are turning that light inward, you're shining that light inward within yourself, and you're nurturing yourself like a gentle mother, okay? Where you're mothering yourself. And with the swiftness, the Five of Cups, and the Judgment, I can see that you're finally making this decision which maybe you had been putting off in the past. There is something which is tying you back, there is something which is holding you back, but at this particular time you are like, okay, no, I'm done. It's time for me to step out of this energy, it's time for me to step out of this particular cycle, and I'm done repeating the cycle over and over and over again. And now moving into this new energy where I have a lot of bliss, wherever I have a lot of plenty, emotional fulfillment and abundance around me, and I know I can make that happen for me. Love that. Okay, so let us take a look at the tea leaves that you have. You have bird perched, and it says waiting for news, package letter. You also have lightning, control your anger or you will be sorry. I don't always take the literal meanings of the cards or what the cards are saying, because it's all about putting everything in the context of the reading. It's not just about going about the meanings of the cards, it's about the context of the reading. You have crib, birth or conception of a child, or enterprise. Is it focusing? Yeah, now it is. You also have cracked cup, dissatisfaction with life. And you have gong, an exciting event. Wow. I just heard the sound of a gong in my own head. So what I see happening for you here is that like a lightning strike, okay? Like when the lightning strikes, we also have the thunder. It is not immediate, but then it follows right after the lightning, right? So what I'm seeing is that it's almost like a reversal at this particular time, or maybe it's happening at the same time. Like you hear this loud gong, and I could literally hear a gong going on in my head. And with this gong, comes a lightning, and it is shattering this cup. It is shattering this cup which was holding a lot of some of your hopes or dreams, or it's like something suddenly you come to realization about certain something about your life. It's almost like you're waking up from a dream. You're waking up from a dream, and you're like, okay, this, and suddenly you're stepping into clarity. It's like after the lightning, everything looks like, during the lightning, everything looks clear and crisp, right? It lights everything up. Suddenly your brain is going through that particular energy as well. Your brain is being lit up from within, and suddenly you come into realization about this particular something. You're realizing, okay, no, this has to go, this has to stop. And that is what I feel this is also talking about. And oh my god, you see, like there are some lightnings happening even in the sky right here. So that is definitely something which is very significant. So what I'm also going to tell you is that the next time it rains, or it's raining heavily and you hear lightning or thunder, take some time to go into this meditation. Do some meditation, take some time out for yourself, because I feel like in this next 6 months, it's going to be like suddenly something just fits into place. Suddenly some answer that you were seeking outside, it just falls into place. Things are falling into place, and you are coming to clarity. You're coming to terms about a certain something, and you're realizing something, that you're realizing that you are putting too much of pressure, you're putting too much of expectations on this one person or on this one relationship, or that some certain something, a particular event or a particular place is just holding you back. Maybe a particular job is holding you back, and you are not seeing any future in that job anymore, or suddenly you have this brilliant idea that you want to create something new, right? So it's like the old shell is breaking, and you're coming out of that. You're coming out of that, and so as a result of that, you're being reborn. There's this rebirth which is happening, and that just reminds me that the Judgment card is also called the rebirth card in the Dreadcraft Tarot. So there is this rebirth which is happening. You are coming out with this loud gong. Suddenly everything falls into place. Okay, wow, that is exciting. Let's see. The next card that you have is focus. Okay. You know, there is this other image which also came to my mind at this particular point, and it's like, you know, when we are so busy with our phones, and maybe we are texting someone, or we are watching someone, or we are trying to keep track of someone or something, and we are crossing the road and we are not being mindful, and then all of a sudden we hear this loud car honk, and we look up and there is this car which is really close to us, but reflexes help us pull back, right? Like reflexes help us step out of the way, but then all of a sudden we realize how close we were to the edge, and that car honk or that loud honk almost near our ears, that does a work of awakening us, and it's like we are suddenly coming out of this trance, and we are coming awake, and we are like, okay, let me just put the phone away. It's not so important. Let me be mindful of my surroundings. And I feel something very similar is also happening. Well, I don't mean that you're coming that close to a car. It's almost like you're going through this haze, and all of a sudden there is this loud car honk, or there's this loud gong which is going on somewhere, and suddenly you are like, okay, coming awake. Like, okay, something just shifts within you, and you're like, my life just changed, and it's just going to happen like that. So your life is making this huge shift, and why this is happening is because your life is coming to focus. So the first message which this card talks about is that whatever you focus on, it grows. So whatever you want to manifest in your life, focus on that one thing instead of being scattered. Instead of focusing on a lot of things, focus on that one thing which you want to manifest in your life. Okay, the other thing which this card also talks about is spiritual growth and spiritual development, because the mountain is high up, and it talks about raising our vibration, raising our consciousness. And with the rebirth card, with the Judgment card here, I think it really makes a lot of sense that you're going through this process of rebirth. You're coming out of your old way of being, and you're stepping into a new power. You're stepping into your own power, and it's almost like you're awakening. You're spiritually awakening. Something is going to click within you, and all of a sudden you're like, okay, the answer which I was seeking outside, the answer was within me. Interesting. Then you also have the card of alone time. It makes sense, like as I said, like even with a trip, like you're like, okay, I'm planning that trip alone. I don't care if someone joins me or not, and rest. It's time for you to rest. I feel like your mind has been very restless, and your mind has been very hyperactive this last few months maybe, and now what is happening is that you are coming into this state where you're actually able to catch some sleep. Some burden is falling off your shoulders, some burden is falling off your mind, and you're actually able to get a full night of sleep, and you are with the alone time, with everything, as I said, like you are coming awake, you are transcending, you're awakening. There's an awakening which is happening within you, and you're coming to realize that you can love yourself. You don't need anyone to fill that cup for you. Yeah, we are always looking outside, and we want other people to do some things for us, but then what happens is that when we are expecting those things from others, it puts too much of pressure, it puts undue pressure on them as well. But now what is happening is that suddenly you are realizing that what is coming is that everything is an illusion, it's all a maya, and it's like your consciousness is growing manifold. Your consciousness is growing, it's going above, and your consciousness is also expanding with this swiftness card. Like it's going all over the place. Like you are able to connect more with the people around you, you are able to connect more with your surroundings. So that's why, like the things like the people in your life, or what no longer made sense to you suddenly, or where you're giving too much of your energy, suddenly you're like, okay, it's not worth it. It's not worth all this energy. Things shouldn't take this much of upkeep. I shouldn't be made to feel this horrible. I should not be made to feel this bad about me and about everything in my life every single day. I can do this for myself. I can fill this cup for myself. I can be my own queen, I can be my own king, and I can fill my own cup, and I can water my own roots. And you're doing that. You're stepping into your energy where you're falling more into your self-love, and your self-worth is actually increasing. Or you also have the auto spirit, you are never alone. And you have the number 42. 4 plus 2 is 6. So maybe for some of you, it's also talking about it's also activating your 6th house of your routine. So your routine is changing, where before you were doing a certain something, now you're like, okay, now I wake up in the morning, I take a walk, or maybe I meditate, and there's a shift which is happening in your daily routine. You also have 55 and snake spirit, time to heal all. And 5 and 5, obviously, first of all, this is an angel number. So if you have been seeing this number a lot, there is the sign that something needs to change, something needs to shift. Also, snake spirit to me speaks in a very particular sense, because you know how like the snake grows, but the skin of the snake cannot grow. So what happens is that we are growing, but our skin is not growing. If we are growing, but our home, our family, our community, or our friend group, or our partner is not able to keep up with us, it's like some relationships also fall apart because of that, because we are growing, we have grown, we have changed the person, but then the relationships in our life, the friendships in our life, our surroundings are not growing at the same rate, or they're not even growing at all, or maybe they are doing the opposite of growing, right? So what happens is that when we realize that this place can no longer fulfill my needs of growth, so what I'm doing is actually I'm going to step out of that energy. I no longer need that energy in my life, so I'm going to step out of the energy. I'm going to let go of my skin, because this skin, this community, this energy can no longer hold my energy, and it is no longer fulfilling my needs. It's become too small for me. So now I have to move to a bigger skin. Now I have to move to a bigger place. And I just happened to glance at the timer, and the timer is at 3333. So that could be a very significant number for you. Okay. Then you also have opposition, confrontation, and 5 and 3 again make 8. You have moon, perception. 9 and 1 makes 10. So there's the 10th house emphasis again. And you have Libra, balance. Wow. It makes so much sense with what I was with what we were talking about. Just where do I place it? So with the moon, it's talking, first of all, with this particular moon card for you in particular, I'm definitely feeling that your consciousness is growing. Your consciousness is expanding. You are suddenly letting go of this old shell, letting go of this old skin, which was holding you before now. And you're like, okay, no, this is no longer working for me. And with the opposition, so first of all, this is being caused within you because there's a lot of, you might be feeling very anxious, you might be feeling very uncomfortable at this particular time, or maybe there is this general sense of anxiety, there's this general sense of something is not right, something needs to change, and so you just feel stuck. You're not in the flow. Things are happening like you're so out of the flow, and everything is just falling apart, everything is just falling away, and things are like a hot mess in your life. Okay, so that's the energy of opposition. And whenever we have that sort of confrontation, whenever we have that sort of uncomfortable feeling in our life where we feel that everything is just pulling us down, like we want to go up but then things are continually pulling us down, that means that we need to take a break at that particular time. We need to take a pause, we need to take a break, and we need to look at what is causing that feeling, what is causing or creating that emotion within us, what is causing us to feel that way, and what could be the answer of that. It's time for inner reflection. It's time for going within yourself. And with the Libra and balance, you know, the thing which came to my mind is that Libra is the sign of relationships. So some of you might even be Librans, or maybe even Taurus or Capricorn or Aries, because of the horn situation happening right here. Okay, so what I'm feeling is that with this Libra, because the Libra is so much always focuses on others, there is a lot of focus on others, and there's a lot of desire about finding that solace, finding that comfort from others. You are finally definitely moving into the stage where you are like, okay, I'm providing that for me. You are creating this relationship with you, and you're like, okay, I don't need others to balance me, I don't need others to complete me, I don't need others to fulfill me. I can do that for myself, and I'm going to do that for myself. And you're moving into that energy, you're stepping into that energy. Okay, so let us finally, we have finally come to the end of this reading. So let us pull one final card, and so what I would like to tell you is make a wish. Let's see, what's the wish which is coming for you? What's the wish that is coming for group 2? You have 3 wishes. Wow. Okay, so you have, there is magic everywhere, build a fairy house. And you see, it's a beautiful, beautiful image. Okay, let's take a look at your other cards, and then we'll come back to this. Then you have the magic potion. I can create magic anytime I wish. Wow. And you see, you have so many potions. This is so cute. And last but not the least, you have wishing boat. I look forward to new challenges. Because challenges is what helps us grow. Challenges helps us. Whenever there is a challenge in our life, it means that there is this opportunity for us to grow. It's an opportunity for us to step out of this old energy, step out of this old way of doing things, and so that we can finally move into this new space, find a better way to make everything work for ourselves. Okay, so first of all, with this 2 cards, building a fairy house and building a magic potion, what it's telling me is that there is a lot of magic around you. So your spirit guides are telling you to make a wish. Make a wish and know that there's a lot of magic around you. There's a lot of abundance and bliss around you. So whatever you wish upon can actually manifest, will actually manifest in your life. So make a wish, because the things that you want to create, that are being created, but make sure that the wishes that you're making is not coming from a space of lack, but coming from a space of plenty, because you believe in the magic and you believe in the power of creation in you and in the world. And it's not something which you're creating from others. It's not like so and so is spending more time with me. Like, I wish my boyfriend would spend more time with me, or my boyfriend would think more about me. It's not about that. It's about you not needing that. It's about you stepping into that energy, and where you're like, I don't need my boyfriend to think 24/7 about me. I don't need my partner to think about me 24/7, and I can do that for myself. I can create that space for myself where I'm secure, where I'm comfortable, and I'm not expecting that the other person is fulfilling all my needs, or this other thing is fulfilling all my needs. So it's taking power, it's empowering yourself, it's taking the power in your own hands, and it's telling yourself that I'm the creator of my life, I'm the creator of my world, and I can create the life of my dreams, because you can. So that, my dear group 2, was your reading. If this resonated, if you like this video, do give this video a like, leave a comment down below, and subscribe for more readings like this, and I'll see you the next time. Bye. Hello, my group 3. Welcome to the pile preparation process of your reading. So if you would like to head on to your reading, the timestamp for that will obviously be given in the description below. Thank you for joining me here in the pile preparation process. And if you are here, if you're watching this pile preparation process, I invite you to bring your energy in to focus on the questions or some inquiries that you might have. I just wanted to add this for your particular pile selection process. I didn't add this for anyone else's. Anyway, so we are with this. This is the Thoth Tarot, and with this we're taking a look at which area of your chart is being activated with this new moon in the sign of Gemini. Which area of your chart is being activated with the new moon in the sign of Gemini? Which area of your chart is being activated with the new moon in the sign of Gemini? Okay, these 3 cards. Let me just. What this new journey looks like, what does this new journey look like, what this new journey looks like for group 3, what this new journey looks like for group 3. Spirit, what this new journey with the new moon in Gemini looks like for group 3. What does this new journey look like for group 3? What does this new journey look like for group 3? Wow. What does this new journey look like for group 3? Okay, what dreams is group 3 being encouraged to dream at this particular time? What dreams is group 3 being encouraged to dream at this particular time? You have 3 cards. Alright, so with that, we have come to, we have selected all your tarot decks. We are done with that. Now let us pick some oracle cards for you. Okay, so where is this journey taking you? Where is this new moon journey taking you? Where is this new moon journey taking you? Where is this new moon journey taking you? Okay. Guidance from the new moon. Guidance from the new moon in Gemini. Oh, okay, we have two cards. We actually have three cards, I think, if I'm not wrong. No, we have two cards. Where is this guidance? Oh, sorry, guidance from the new moon in Gemini. Guidance from the new moon in Gemini for group 3. Guidance from the new moon in Gemini for group 3. Okay. Guidance from the new moon in Gemini for group 3. Guidance from the new moon in Gemini for group 3. Guidance from the new moon in Gemini for group 3. Guidance from the new moon in Gemini for group 3. Guidance from the new moon in Gemini for group 3. Guidance from the new moon in this, definitely. Guidance from the new moon in Gemini for group 3. We'll keep it here, and last but not the least, let's pick some tea leaves for you. Guidance from the new moon in Gemini for group 3. This one, definitely. Guidance from the new moon in Gemini for group 3. Something just has turned over. We'll take a look at that card. This one. Guidance from the new moon in Gemini for group 3. Guidance from the new moon in Gemini for group 3. Okay, and we'll just see if any card wants to come out from this particular deck. Guidance from the new moon in Gemini for group 3. This one. Okay, and with that, we have selected all your cards. Let me just arrange the cards a bit, and then we can start your reading. Hello my group 3, welcome to your reading. So first we're going to take a look at which area of your chart is being activated, but before that, you have the card of confidence. It comes with practice, it comes with time and practice, and this has the number 23. So what's coming to my mind is the 5th house, and the polar opposite of the 5th house is the 11th house. So that could be an area of your chart which is being activated at this particular time. And you also have the green amethyst. Okay, so let's see which area of your chart is being activated by this new moon in the sign of Gemini. You have 7th house. Ooh, love that. 7th house of relationships. You have the 6th house of work and routines. You have the 5th house. That's interesting. So you have the 5th, 6th and 7th. You have the 5th house even here with this card to number 23, because it narrows down to 5. So 5th house, 11th house, X's, definitely. You also have the 7th house. So the polar opposite of the 7th house is the 1st house. That could also be activated at this particular time. And you also have the 6th house of work and routines and health. Okay, and we're going to bring this card in a bit. We're just keeping it out for now. There's 3 signs which are also coming up like very prominently, and that's the sign of Cancer, the sign of Aquarius, and the sign of Libra. So that could be another significator, like you might be a Cancer or Libra or an Aquarius, or that might be one of your prominent, you might have one of your prominent placements in those signs. Okay, so with the Chariot, the signs and the defeat card, what I'm getting is that now don't take the word too literally. What this card stands for is that confusion, that anxiety in the mind. But what I'm getting here is that with the signs and this 5 of Swords energy, you are on a journey of something. You have started this journey and you are on a journey, but this new moon in the sign of Gemini is actually bringing a lot of clarity. It's removing confusion from your mind and it is bringing you a lot of clarity. Okay, so now let's see what this new journey looks like, what this new journey with the new moon in Aries looks like. So you have the 8 of Wands, love that. You also have the 10 of Swords. So there is definitely that overthinking bit which is coming up for you. It feels like there's a lot of doubt, there's a lot of worry in your mind, and what your spirit guides are telling you with this new moon in the sign of Gemini is that you're being asked to let go of the worries, you're being asked to let go of the anxieties, because fall into trust with the universe, fall into trust with your spirit guides that you're being led to exactly where you're meant to be. Okay, you're being led to exactly where you're meant to be. You also have the high priestess, so you trust in your intuition, because you are getting a lot of intuitive downloads. And what happens is that when you quiet your mind down, when you stop listening to your thoughts and you just find that inner space of inner calm and inner peace, you will find that a lot of clarity is actually coming to you. Okay, like you're getting clarity, you're getting clear messages about something, and this is not something which is out there, it is not something which is very logical, which is very rational, but then it's like intuition. Okay, it's like when we get intuitive hits, suddenly you might be told that you need to call a certain someone, and maybe you have not spoken to that person in a long time, and you take that intuition and you call that person, and then suddenly they have some news for you, or maybe they were like, oh my god, I was just about to call you, how did you know? So that's how it works. Okay, or sometimes it's like, oh my god, I had totally forgotten about you, I was looking for just the person, and you are just you. I was looking for a person who could be able to do this, but then you are just the person. I was just thinking who would fit that bill, but since you called me, I just knew that my calls have been answered, and you are coming, like you are that person who can do this thing for me, and maybe that's that opportunity which you were waiting for. So listen to your intuition. You are getting a lot of intuitive hits, and your spirit guides are actually telling you to trust your intuition, to quiet your mind out. There is nothing to worry about. You are headed in the right direction, so maybe the journey seems slow, and maybe the journey seems to be taking a bit too long, but this journey is taking you to exactly where you need to be. And this journey might be slow, but that's because it's building up something within you, it's building up practice, it's building up that quality of patience, and it's doing some work underneath which you might not be aware of at this particular moment. Or maybe you just need to take these things slow in order to better your craft, in order to better your own skills. And does not mean that just because you're not getting the results out loud, or you're not becoming viral overnight, that things are not working. Things are working, you're headed to exactly where you need to be. Let go of the doubt, let go of the anxiety, let go of the worry from your mind, because you're exactly where you need to be. Okay, then you also have, like, what dreams are you being encouraged to dream? You have the King of Cups, so there is a lot of fulfillment, emotional fulfillment. There's a lot of happiness which is coming for you. You also have the Five of Cups, and you have the Queen of Cups. Yes, I mean, this is so clear. This particular part is that the dreams that you're being asked to dream is that, do not look at what's not working. Do not put so much of focus on what's not working. Okay, so I'll give you a simple example. Like, maybe you want to lose weight, right? You want to lose weight, and then you started working out regularly, and you're minding your diet, and you're going to the gym regularly, and you are seeing some results, like immediately, like you saw some fast results, like as soon as you joined the gym, that you lost a few kilos, and you were like, yes, things are working, things are finally going to work. But then now some weeks have passed, and you're not seeing any result. You're doing the same things that you were doing. You're going to the gym every day, you're minding your diet, you're trying to be very cautious about everything, about what you're eating, what you're putting in your system, but things are not working. Your weight is just not budging, it's not going off, it's not being removed from your body. Or it could even be the opposite, like you're trying to put on weight and it was looking great the first few weeks, but then now you have reached this plateau where things have suddenly stopped developing, where things are not working anymore. And so you might be feeling that, okay, I guess this was never meant to be. So you feel disappointed and everything. You're like, okay, I guess it will never work. I worked at this thing so hard. And obviously I'm just giving two very basic examples, but it can be any number of things. Okay, it can be any number of things. So just take this is just an example. So fit your story into this example, how it fits you. So obviously, like, you're disappointed, and your spirit guides can see that you're disappointed, but what they're telling you is that you're headed in exactly the right direction. You're doing the right things. You have hit this plateau for now because you need to hit this plateau. Maybe you need to make some changes in your life at this particular time, and it does not have to be too drastic. Like if your weight has reached a plateau, maybe you can talk to your dietitian, or maybe you can talk to your trainer, and you can be like, okay, like I'm not seeing any improvement, I'm not seeing any growth. And sometimes it just takes, sometimes we reach a plateau before the things can speed up. Sometimes we find this, there's this calm before the storm, right? Where things are like suddenly so quiet and everything has become so quiet and things are not changing, things are not shifting, but then the storm comes and everything is shifting. And I'm speaking about the storm in the best possible sense. Like suddenly you get this windfall of opportunities, and it's like you, like if that came to you right now, maybe you won't be ready for that. So it's like, maybe let's say you launched this new shop and maybe you created a lot of products and you're very excited about it, and you got a few sales, and then suddenly you have reached this plateau where maybe you're just sending out a few, like maybe 2 packages or 3 packages per week, and you're not getting a lot of orders in your shop. And so obviously you're disappointed. You're like, okay, is this a loss? Did I make this mistake? Was this a mistake? And like those thoughts are going on in our head, like, why isn't it working? I guess it was just never meant to work. So that thing is happening. But what your spirit guides are telling you is that that's just worry, that's just your negative thought pattern. Do not put too much of emphasis on that. Put your focus on what is working at this particular time. You're getting 2 or 3 orders, and that is great. That is great, because what it means is that things are changing, things are shifting, that it's working. Maybe it's not working as fast as you would have liked it to work. Maybe you're not losing 10 kilos overnight, and that's okay. Maybe you need to take it slow, and it is all part of the process for you. That's why it says, like here, that it comes with time and patience. Okay, you need to have patience, you need to keep at this thing diligently. This is not something which you need to give up. Maybe you can make some changes, but it is not, you are headed in the right direction. You can always learn more, you can always incorporate more things into the thing which you're doing. As I said, like maybe you can talk to your dietitian, and maybe you can try changing up your diet a bit. Maybe that's why it's not working. Maybe you're not getting the right nutrients in. Whatever it is, trust the process, that you are headed in the right direction and everything is going to work out in the end. So do not let that impatience, do not let that anxiety, do not let that self-doubt get to you, because what this is like a confirmation that things are working. With the King and the Queen of Cups here, things are working. You are moving towards that emotional fulfillment, but do not focus so much on what's not working at this particular time. You're not getting 100 orders, that's fine. Focus on what you're getting at this particular time. If you're getting 3 orders, be grateful for that and express your gratitude to the universe for that. Like, yes, thank you so much for these 3 orders. I know things are slow at this particular time, but things are going to speed up in the future. I know that, I trust that. And when you show that trust, when you show that faith in the universe, things will actually happen as you want them to happen. It's like the law of attraction suddenly starts working. Okay, then you also have tea leaves. You have whale, great worry over nothing. I mean, like, I was literally saying that, wasn't I? Then you also have tent. It's a temporary situation. Yes, oh my god. I love how on point your tea leaves are. And you have needle and thread, a sincere wish will be granted. Yes. Then you also have table, hard work ahead. This like this is literally what I was saying, wasn't it? Bouquet, compliments from an admirer. Soon you're going to get the compliments. Soon you're going to go viral. Soon you're going to lose that extra weight. You're going to shed that extra weight. And I just want to pull another tea leaf for you. I mean, I knew I was done with this, but then suddenly because I'm putting it in this particular formation, I feel like there needs to be another card here. Okay, we have another card. And you have wind chimes, peace and harmony. Love that. Like your tea leaves are, as I was saying, like your tea leaves are so on point. So first of all, this is an added confirmation that needle and thread, the needle is going to be threaded. Things are going to fall into place. You're going to go viral. You are going to lose that weight. You're going to get that opportunity which you're waiting for, which you're working hard for, and everything is going to turn out okay. A sincere wish will be granted, but make sure that you put your faith in that thing. Okay, hard work ahead. There's a lot of hard work, because when you go viral, you will be getting a lot of attention, and you will have to work overtime. So maybe it's time for you to start having some resources. So like if you want to go viral and you are selling, like, let's say this pillowcases, and you only have so many, so start working on a backlog, because soon you're going to get a windfall. Okay, and you have bouquets, compliments from an admirer, so soon you're going to get that opportunity of your dreams. Soon you're going to hit a milestone, so keep at it. You are right in the direction. You are headed exactly where you need to head. Okay, you're in the right direction, basically. Whale, worrying, and again, it's saying, worry about nothing. You're just worried about nothing. It's just a temporary situation. This is just a temporary plateau. It's nothing permanent. Okay, and instead of looking at it as a period where there is no growth, where nothing is happening, where nothing is shifting. Instead, look at it as this period of peace and harmony, where you have peace, where you're doing what you like to do, where you're doing what you want to do, and where you're working for your dreams, and fall into the peace, fall into the gratitude, fall into the faith with that particular dream. Okay, you also have the card of thriving. So this journey is ahead of you. Soon you're going to thrive. Things are going to start multiplying like manifolds all of a sudden, and it's going to happen very rapidly. That's why you have this quiet before the storm, as I was saying. Okay, let's take a look at the rest of your oracle cards. You also have the spider spirit, make your dreams real. And the spider speaks to me, and okay, with the 5 and the 6 you have the number 11, so it's yeah, that's right opposite the 5th house of passions. So this talks about communities, your hopes and dreams. Hold on to your hopes and dreams. Remember that you are the one weaving your dreams. You're the weaver. You're the master weaver at work. So keep on weaving, keep on doing what you are doing. Make sure that you're weaving the right thoughts. Make sure you're weaving the right energies into the fabric of the universe. Wow. You my group 3 are very spiritual, and I feel like you're already very spiritually aligned. So that is why this message came, like, keep on weaving on the fabric of the universe. Keep on weaving it with the things, with the hopes, the desires that you have, instead of weaving it with the fears and the worries about the things which are keeping you down. Weave your dreams into the fabric of the universe, because you don't want the fears to be manifested, you want the hopes to be manifested. Okay, so you also have the armadillo spirit, set healthy boundaries. This card number 3, so it's talking up to me about the 3rd house, but I'm not so sure. Okay, we'll just let him be here for a while, and we'll see what he's saying in a bit. And we also have the dog spirit, be loyal to what you love. And 9 and 1 makes 10, so maybe for some of you it's also highlighting your 10th house, and maybe for some of you it's highlighting your 3rd house. So the dog spirit, as I was saying, the dog spirit speaks about being loyal to what you love. Be loyal, be extra diligent, give it all the love, the thing which you're creating, the journey that you're on, the mission that you're on. Give it all your love, because if you know dogs, you know what dogs are like. They don't hold back. They give their love to their owners, to their friends, to their partners, to their guardians. They give all their love. They give all their love, and they give their all to that person or that family that they are with. They give their all. They don't hold anything back. So what your spirit guides are telling you at this particular time is that do not hold anything back. Give your dreams, give that mission of yours all that you have. Put your heart into it. And with the armadillo spirit, what I'm feeling is that what it's telling you is to set healthy boundaries, right? So basically, what it's telling you is that sometimes maybe we take on too much of others, and we put too much on focus on others, and maybe we are trying to abide by others or do too much for others. We are trying to protect them from learning their own lessons, and we are trying to keep them away from making some mistakes, or we are just investing too much of our time and energy in others. So learn when to say no. Learn when is the right time for you to say no. If something does not feel right, if you're not comfortable with something, it's okay to say no. Do not do it. Do not just keep on doing it out of a space of need to do it, or out of a space that you're afraid that if you don't do it, or if you're worried that if you don't do it, who will do it. let others take care of themselves. Right now it feels like it's a time for you to set some healthy boundaries. Do not let your energy be leached. Do not let your energy be drained out of you. Okay. Okay, then you also have the card of Taurus, and it says cultivate. You also have Aquarius, collaborate. So Aquarius definitely feels like one of the prominent signs which are coming here. So maybe a lot of you might be Aquarians who are watching this reading. You also have Chiron, and it says heal. Okay, so this is card number 2. This is card number 11. Yes, 11 definitely feels significant. And you have the 28 again, which makes it a 10. So the 10 number did come up even before, if I'm not wrong. Anyway, yeah, here 9 and 1, 10. Okay, so what spirit guys are telling you with this, with the Taurus, the Aquarius, and the Chiron, is that this is a time for you to heal. Okay, the slow period, the slow phases in your life, because this is also a time for you to heal. Because if you're too focused on work or achieving that mission or selling out or going viral at this particular time, then you're too focused, you're too busy to heal. But instead what you need to do is focus on healing at this particular time. Yeah, do what you're doing, like put your all into it, give it all your heart, cultivate it, right, with the Taurus, because the Taurus is about slow cultivation. It's not like, it's not about going from point 1 to point 10, or it's not about growing that tree overnight. The tree takes its time to grow, and right now it feels like you are growing this tree. You have planted this seed, and maybe it has become a sapling, right? And it has become a sapling, but then you're like, okay, when will it become a tree, and when will it bear fruits? And maybe it's giving a far or two at this particular time, but there's this impatience which is coming. So your spirit guides are telling you to calm your horses down. You're going to get that tree. You're going to reap the rewards of what you're cultivating at this particular time. But right now is the time for you to tend to your garden. Right now is the time for you to tend to your inner garden and your outer garden. Tend the garden that you want to create, and at the same time tend your inner garden, because you also need to heal. There is some healing which is also in process. There is some healing which maybe has a lot to do with setting some boundaries, that it's okay, is that knowing that it's okay to say no, and that you can say no to people or situations or things, or maybe even gatherings when you don't feel comfortable with them. Okay, so learn that it's okay to say no. And with the Aquarius, collaborate. What I'm getting here is, first of all, obviously your dreams and desires which you're creating at this particular time, and then focusing on that. But then at the same time, it's telling you to collaborate. So collaboration doesn't always have to be with another person. It can, remember that whatever you're creating, whatever you're working on, you're also creating with the spirit, right? You're creating with the spider spirit. So you are actually collaborating with the universe. You're collaborating with your angel guides, you're collaborating with your spirit guides, and you're collaborating with the universe. The fabrics of the universe are for your weaving. So we know and trust that the threads are being woven together. You're weaving the fabric of the universe. So trust, have that faith that you're being led to exactly where you need to be. Okay, you also have the card of look to the stars. Yes, and you also have aromatherapy. So maybe you can try some calming fragrances if you're feeling too anxious, or if you find that worries are always behind you, then you can try using some lavender essence, or taking a shower with, or taking a bath with some lavender essence, and maybe just having some lavender around you, or whatever fragrance works for you. Okay, because I know that the lavender calms us down. That's why I was talking about the lavender essence. But whatever works for you, whichever smell resonates with you, have candles around you, have some great smells around you, because what happens is that when we are doing that, we are also treating our senses, and the Taurus is all about senses, it's all about sensations. So make sure that your environment is clean, your environment is tidy, and you are in flow in your environment, that there are no blockages around you. If something needs to be done, if there is something which is getting piled up in the corner, if there are clothes which are getting piled up in the corner, then maybe it's time for you to take them to the laundry. Okay, and look to the stars, make a wish upon the stars, and we have some wishcraft cards for you. So let's make a wish on the cards together. Let's see which wish is coming for you. Wish is coming for group 3. Wish is coming for group 3. Wish is coming for group 3. This one. and it literally has a sapling. Oh my god, things are growing, guys. So it says from tiny things big things can grow. Yes, seeds of power. Know that you're planting seeds of power, you're working with seeds of power at this particular time. So focus on that. Give it all your love, give it all your energy, give it all the right nutrients, give it all the hope, and give it all the blessings that it needs, and give it the faith, because sometimes all it needs is the faith to grow. Okay, so that, my dear group 3, was your reading. If this resonated, if you like this video, do give this video a like, leave a comment down below, and subscribe for more readings like this, and I'll see you the next time. Bye.